Hello students, today we shall start with chapter 3, Arithmetic Progression. In the last class, I had given you one activity sheet to be solved. In this activity sheet, you had to fill up certain missing numbers. The answers for this activity sheet is here. Now if you see that here in each of the question, the numbers that you had to fill were following a particular pattern. In the first sum, every number is 2 more. Each number is 2 more than the preceding number. In the second one, they are square numbers. In the third question, they are reciprocal of natural numbers. In the fourth, they are triangular numbers. Fifth one, each number is 3 more than the preceding number. In the sixth one, each number is 6 more than the preceding. Seventh, each number is 0 more or 0 less than the preceding number. And the eighth one, each number is 4 times the preceding number. 4 times means you have to multiply by 4. Ninth question, you have each number is 0.5 less than the preceding number. And the 10th question, you have each number is of the form n raised to 3 or n cube, where n is a natural number. That means these all numbers are following a particular pattern or rule. Such numbers form a sequence. So let us see what a sequence is. It is a set of numbers with a specific pattern or arrangement or a rule which is followed by all the terms in it. For example, if I take a sequence 2, 4, 6, 8. So you know what is the rule being followed here. Okay, they are all even numbers. So the sequence is generally denoted in this form and the numbers are called as terms. These are all called terms of the sequence, which is denoted by T1 as 2, T2 as 4, T3 is, I have left it blank, T4 is also blank. So you know what should come in this blank? Yes, it is 6 and here it will be 8. So now today we are going to learn a special type of sequence. This special sequence is called as an arithmetic progression. What is an arithmetic progression? It's a sequence of numbers in which each term is obtained by adding a certain quantity to its preceding term. Now let me explain with the help of an example. For example, the sequence 3, 8, 13, 18, 23 is an arithmetic progression in which every term other than the first term can be obtained by adding 5 to its preceding term. Okay, so how do we get this? The next number in this would be 28. Okay, so how are we getting the terms in this? By adding 5 to its previous number. Preceding term is previous term. So in other words, we can say that the difference between any two consecutive terms of the sequence given above is 5. If you take any two consecutive terms, what are consecutive terms? One after the other. You will find that the difference will always remain a constant. So in the activity sheet that I had given you, these sum number 1, 5, 6, 7 and 9, these were forming an AP because the difference between any two terms if you take was always a constant. In the first example it is 2, fifth it is 3, sixth it is 6, here it is 0 and here it is minus 0.5 because it is 0.5 less, so it is minus 0.5. So if I take T1, T2, T3, so on up to Tn, if they are consecutive terms of an AP, then its first term A is denoted by A, which is equal to T1. So this is your A, okay, which is denoted by T1. So second term is denoted by T2, third term is T3 and the nth term is Tn. This is the nth term. Now when I have stopped up to Tn, that means this particular sequence or this particular AP is containing n terms. Suppose if I write a sequence T1, T2, T3 up to T5, that means that sequence or that AP is containing only 5 terms. Okay, now we proceed. What is a common difference? We know that common difference is the difference between any two consecutive terms, that is T2 minus T1, T3 minus T2 or T4 minus T3 and so on. So the last one will be last difference, it would be Tn plus 1. The next term in this would be Tn plus 1 minus Tn. Note, okay, that D can be positive, it can be negative or 0. We have seen in the activity sheet. There you came across cases or examples where D was positive, it was negative as well as 0. So what happens to the sequence when we see D as positive? So when D is positive, that means D is greater than 0, we see that the AP is increasing, that is in the ascending order. If D is negative or D is less than 0, we see that the AP is decreasing, that is in the descending order. And if D is 0 or D is equal to 0, means AP will be constant. The numbers will remain the same. If I take, we know that T1 is equal to A, and how do we get every term in an AP? Every next term will be equal to previous term plus common difference. So T2 will be equal to T1 plus D equal to A plus D. Now T3 is equal to T2 plus D, which is equal to A plus D plus D. So it will be equal to A plus 2D. This D and D will get added and you will get 2D. Now how will we get to T4? T3 plus D equal to A plus 2D, because this is my T3 plus D, which is equal to A plus 3D. Now T5 will be equal to T4 plus D equal to A plus 3D plus D equal to A plus 4D. So what do we observe, children? When it is a T2, you will get 1D. When it is T3, you get 2D. When it is 4, you get 3D. And when it is 5, you get 4D. That means if I take n, if I take 10, it will be A plus 9D. So Tn will be equal to A plus n minus 1D. 1 less than this n. So it will be n minus 1D. So in an AP, if the first term is A and common difference is D, then the terms in the sequence are A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D and A plus 4D and so on. So having a basic idea of what, let us begin with practice set 3.1. The first question: which of the following sequences are AP? If they are AP, find the common difference. The first sub question, 2, 4, 6, 8. The solution: in the sequence 2, 4, 6, 8, A is equal to T1 equal to 2, T2 is equal to 4, T3 is equal to 6, T4 is equal to 8. So in order to find whether it is an AP, what are we supposed to do? We have to find the difference between two consecutive terms. That is, we will be finding T2 minus T1. T2 minus T1, which is 4 minus 2 equal to 2. Next step, we have to take T3 minus T2. T3 minus T2 will be 6 minus 4 equal to 2. Next step, since we have 4 terms, we have to take T4 minus T3 equal to 8 minus 6 equal to 2. So what do we see here? We see that T2 minus T1 is equal to T3 minus T2 equal to T4 minus T3, which is equal to 2. So as the difference between two consecutive terms is constant, the given sequence is an AP and the common difference is 2. Clear? Please children, whenever do not write the word common difference here. You have to mention the common difference towards the end. Let us take one more sum. I am taking the second sub question. In the textbook it is mentioned here 3. There is a correction. It is actually 2. So we start with the solution. How do we start? In the given sequence, we copy the question again. Here A is equal to T1 equal to 2, T2 is equal to 5 upon 2, T3 is equal to 3 and T4 is equal to 7 upon 2. So what is the next step? T2 minus T1, that is 5 upon 2 minus 2. Now this is equal to 5 minus 4. 2 2s are 4. You have to take the LCM. So 2 2s are 4. that 5 minus 4 upon 2, that is 1 upon 2. Next step is T3 minus T2. T3 minus T2 equal to 3 minus 5 upon 2. So now here is the LCM is 2. So 3 2s are 6. 6 minus 5 upon 2 equal to 1 upon 2. Next step T4 minus T3, that is 7 upon 2 minus 3. So 7 minus 6 upon 2 equal to 1 upon 2. So again you see it's constant. So we write that T2 minus T1 is equal to T3 minus T2 equal to T4 minus T3 equal to 1 upon 2. So as the difference between the two consecutive terms is constant, we say that the given sequence is an AP and the common difference will be half. Let's take up one more sum. Now let's take question number 4. In this question in the textbook, students, it is the decimal point instead of between 0 and 3, it is placed before 0. So please make a note of it. We'll start with the solution. We start in the given sequence 0.3 in this 0.33 and 0.33. A is equal to 0.3, T2 is 0.33 and T3 is 0.333. So what is the next step here? T2 minus T1. So we take T2 minus T1 equal to 0.33 minus 0.3, which is equal to 0.03. T3 minus T2 will be 0.333 minus 0.33, which is equal to 0.03. Now these two numbers are not same, so we write T2 minus T1 is not equal to T3 minus T2. Therefore, as the difference between two consecutive terms is not constant, the given sequence is not an AP. We'll take now the 7th question. In the 7th question, the sequence is this way: 3, 3 plus root 2, 3 plus 2 root 2 and 3 plus 3 root 2. So we start with A equal to T1 equal to 3. T2 is 3 plus root 2, T3 is 3 plus 2 root 2 and T4 is 3 plus 3 root 2. So the next step after this is to find the difference, that is T2 minus T1. So T2 minus T1 is equal to 3 plus root 2 minus 3. So 3 and 3 gets cancelled, you will get 2. The next step is T3 minus T2, which is equal to 3 plus 2 root 2 minus 3 plus root 2. We have put this in brackets. Now next step is to open the brackets. You get 3 plus 2 root 2 minus 3 minus root 2. So 3 and this 3 will get cancelled. You will get root 2 root 2 minus root 2 is equal to root 2. T4 minus T3 will be 3 plus 3 root 2 minus 3 plus 2 root 2. So when I open the brackets, I get 3 plus 3 root 2 minus 3 minus 2 root 2, which is equal to 2, which is equal to root 2. As this 3 and this 3 will get cancelled, and 3 root 2 minus 2 root 2 is root 2. So we see that T2 minus T1 is equal to T3 minus T2 equal to T4 minus T3, which is equal to root 2. So as the difference between two consecutive terms is constant, the given sequence is an AP and the common difference D is root 2. Now we go to sub question number 2. Write an AP whose first term is A and common difference is D in each of the following. Now here in this question, A is 10 and D is 5 is given. From this information, you have to find out your AP. You have to write the AP. So let's start with the solution. Given A is 10 and D is 5. So we know that the first term T1 is equal to A, which is equal to 10. T2 will be T1 plus D equal to 10 plus 5 equal to 15. T3 will be T2 plus D equal to 15 plus 5 equal to 20. T4 will be equal to T3 plus D equal to 20 plus 5 equal to 25. So the required AP is 10, 15, 20, 25 and so on. At least 4 terms are expected in the answer. We'll go to the next sum. I'm now taking up the third sum. So in this We start with a equal to minus 7, d equal to half, t1 will be a equal to minus 7, t2 will be t1 plus d equal to minus 7 plus half. Here you need to take the LCM, so that is 7 into 2, that is minus 14 plus 1 upon 2 equal to minus 13 upon 2. T3 will be T2 plus D equal to minus 13 upon 2 plus half. Now the denominators are same, so it's simply minus 13 plus 1 upon 2, which is minus 12 upon 2 equal to minus 6. Let's find T4. T4 is T3 plus D equal to minus 6 plus half, which is equal to minus 12. LCM is minus 12. LCM is 2, 6 2s are 12, 12 plus 1, minus 12 plus 1 is minus 11 upon 2. So the required AP is minus 7, minus 13 upon 2, minus 6 and minus 11 upon 2, and so on. You cannot end here, you have to put these dots. Now we shall take up one more sum, students. We will take up the 6th sum. So solution remains the same. T1 is equal to A minus D minus 19. T2 is equal to A. T1 plus D equal to minus 19 minus 4. Now since D is negative, I have put this within brackets. Next step is to open the brackets, that is minus 19 minus 4 equal to minus 23. T3 will be T2 plus D, so minus 23 plus minus 4. Next step, open the brackets, minus 23 minus 4 equal to minus 27. T4 is equal to T3 plus D equal to minus 27 plus minus 4 equal to minus 27 minus 4 equal to minus 31. We have got 4 terms, so the required AP is minus 19, minus 23, minus 27 and minus 31 and so on. Students, note here D was negative. So these numbers are in the descending order. This is the greatest from big to small. Okay, negative numbers are, this is a negative 19. So this is greater than these numbers. So we have seen earlier, when D is negative, the AP is in the AP is decreasing, that is in the descending order. Okay, now we proceed to question number 3. Find the first term and the common difference for each of the AP. Now this is a very simple question. Okay, the question is this: 5, 1, minus 3, minus 7. It's very easy, students. In this solution, the given sequence is 5, 1, minus 3, minus 7 is an AP. We know that it is an AP. Okay, if it was not an AP, you have to first find out whether it's an AP, but we know that it's an AP, so we can directly write, therefore the first term T1 is equal to A equal to 5, and common difference, for the common difference you take down any 2 terms and find that if common difference will be D equal to T2 minus T1 equal to 1 minus 5, that is 1 minus 5 equal to minus 4. So same way, I have taken one more sum for your reference. That is the last sum. Okay, here the given sequence 1 upon 4, 3 upon 4, 5 upon 4, 7 upon 4 forms an AP. So first term is equal to T1 equal to 1 upon 4, and the common difference is equal to D equal to T2 minus T1. This is your T2. You can mention here T2 is 3 upon 4. You can mention this is your T3, you can, and this is T4, you can mention it. So T2 minus T1 is 3 upon 4 minus 1 upon 4 equal to minus 3 minus 1. Denominators are same. So it's 2 upon 4, reduced form is half. So common difference is half. First term is 1 upon 4. So students, in your exercise 3.1, this is your exercise 3.1, 1, 2, 3 main questions. Out of these questions, I have done these sums for you. You have to pause the video, copy it in your notebooks, and the remaining sums you have to try it on your own following the similar steps. Okay, that's all for the day, children. Thank you.